I cannot believe Love is Blind. The weddings happened or actually didn't happen. Oh my gosh. And I hate to say it, but I called it. No, honestly, I'm really happy and relieved of how it all went down. And so let's just unpack it. This will be short and sweet. And honestly, this is gold for you on your journey as you're wanting to receive that partner. You can see why these weddings did not happen. Okay. So let's, first of all, I want to talk about Megan and Jordan because I always loved Megan and she's just a badass. And it's so sad to see how her and Jordan didn't work out. And not because it didn't work out with Jordan. What was so heartbreaking was Megan and how she felt like, oh my gosh, maybe I'm not meant to be a mom because she walked away from, she ended it with Jordan. And she was really thinking about like her lifestyle and how things would change now, being this stepmom for Luca and being with Jordan. She was like, it was too much of a change for her. But this is where I feel 100% Megan is wrong and is completely wrong. She is going to be an amazing mom. If she wants to be a mom, she's going to be an amazing mom. It's the life that Jordan was living, the way that he was working, hustling. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not aligned to her future that she sees for her family. So I hope truly that Megan is really reflecting and understands and knows that Jordan was not her forever person, and her saying no to Jordan wasn't because she wasn't capable of being an amazing mom. It was because the kind of mom and the kind of life that she wants for herself and has worked towards exists, but it does not exist with Jordan. That is it. They're just not aligned. And I hope that you truly understand that too. I, as a mom of two girls, they're now 12 and 14. I've been married for 17 years to an amazing partner. I always knew I wanted to be a mom. I used to be a teacher for third graders and then seventh graders, and I always loved kids. And so I knew I always wanted to be a mom, but I also wanted to freaking kill it. And I wanted to be a career woman and have my own business and all these things. And I did. And I always have. And all the things can exist. I have an abundant mindset. I'm not going to limit myself. And I also travel the world with my husband and we have each other's back and we're a team and we're going on date nights. We go out to these restaurants. We do all the things. Life doesn't end because we had kids. Will and I were aligned to our vision, what we had for our family. And we're like, hell yes, we're amazing. We keep nurturing our relationship. We have a zest for life. We always go out on dates. We go to concerts. We travel the world. And then we'll throw kids into the equation. And they're coming on the trips with us too. And sometimes not. We'll do romantic getaways. And we always put ourselves, our relationship first, right? Well, God first and then us, right? And so I just feel like I hope Megan knows that she's gonna be an amazing mom, but the way that she saw herself and her life and her lifestyle, nothing is wrong with it. She's amazing. She's a freaking badass. And she's going to have the space now to receive that person who is aligned to her now that Jordan's out of the way. And I truly hope, I'm excited because they had a glimpse of like, she's on and she has a surprise in the reunion. And I'm like, oh my God, is she pregnant? That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. But with whose baby? That's what I want to know about. Hopefully it's someone that's more aligned to her lifestyle and what she wants for her in her vision, right? Okay, moving along. KB and Edmund. Wow. Okay. I was like seriously talking to the screen when Edmund was like, yes. And he was saying how much he loves her. And he was like, I can be that confident man and that person for you. And I can be all these things. But I'm there thinking, hello, he's already shown you who he is. And he's not that person, KB. So when it was KB's turn to say yes or no, I do. I'm like, no, KB, say no. And thank God she says no. She's like, I can't be your wife. And I'm like, hallelujah, amen. And Edmund, his reaction, I felt so bad. And like my heart goes out to Edmund because he's a really good guy. And it was so sweet. His teacher was there, so supportive. Like, he's a good person. Edmund's not a bad guy, but it's just not the guy for KB. That's really all it is. And I just feel that so many times when like these kind of things happen, like rejections and whatever, people can take it so personally. Like, I know, like, I've done that in the past where I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what's wrong with me? Like, I'm not enough. And I really hope that Edmund doesn't take it that way. But that's part of the problem. He doesn't have that confidence in himself and knowing how worthy he is. And that's the problem. Like, that's why he isn't aligned to her, because KB wants that secure man that's going to come into her already amazing life, and they're going to add value to each other's life and have an incredible life together. But that's not what's happening with Edmund. Edmund is more giving man child. He still lacks emotional maturity. He still has a lot of growing to do. And KB is like, I'm done with the potential. Like, I want that person that's already at my level and beyond, and that's it. And good for her. That is the message for you. Never settle. Do not settle. Do not just go for someone's potential. Like, truly, people show you who they are. He showed he was like kind of a mess that night at he got drunk and he was crumbling because she didn't want to have sex with him. Good for her for not having sex with him too. Hell yes, KB. Oh my gosh. I just like love KB. I think she did a great job. I love that she did not settle. And good luck to Edmund. And I am not gonna hold my breath for him to like actually get it, like, grow into that whatever person. Who knows? That's the thing. And they said this, when Ali and Anton, like Ali's friends were saying this, right? You are saying yes to the person at the altar. They're not gonna change. You can't be like, oh, then one day maybe they'll change. No. And this is what you should do too as you're dating. If you're dating someone and they're like, oh, maybe one day they'll get their shit together. No, just imagine they won't. It's truly, people tell you who they are, and you date that person, not the potential and the things that you imagine and the fantasy land, because it's never going to happen. Like, I know this all so well, and I call it the Build a Man workshop. And truly, that was me all the time, building men, and it never worked out. It just never worked out. I finally got my shit together and I got super clear on what I wanted. And that's part of the dating method that I teach to my clients, a crazy love method. And I'm like, okay, this is what you want. You feel like you deserve it. And a lot of times you don't. So you have to do that inner work, right? And then you make space and you discern and you become a freaking dating ninja, and you no longer date potential anymore. You're like, who are you? Okay, my, you're not it. Okay, so at least KB, did it suck that she did it at the altar? Yes. Like 100%. Like, that was brutal. Like, I feel bad for Edmund. And I felt the same way with Ali. Ali freaking saying no at the altar for Anton. Anton said yes. And that's another thing that was bad, right? The guys, both men, Edmund said yes. Like, I do. So he really put his heart out there. Oh my gosh, was so vulnerable, and only to be crushed. It's like, oh, geez. Like, this is the part I don't like about the show. Like, I kind of wish that they had the clarity before getting to the altar. Like, thank God Megan at least was like, oh yeah, I see this clearly. We're not getting married. She ended it before they got to the altar. Like, thank God. Megan's awesome. I love her. But like, this KB was like, oh, she was hoping in a way to like feel a type of way. And Ali said the same thing. Like, I thought at the altar I would feel a certain way, and the way I was feeling, I was like, this is not how I would feel this is not how I imagined I would feel with my future husband. Like, this isn't it. And of course, I don't blame Ali at all, because she doesn't feel safe and secure with a guy that was going to strip clubs. She doesn't feel like he was being totally transparent and honest about his lifestyle. And she heard from the friends what he was really all about. And she didn't really trust him. And then he was drinking every day, which is not aligned to her healthy lifestyle. And he's eating whatever he is eating, not very healthy, whatever. And that kind of stuff is important. Like, this is the thing that I'm like, truly, like, what are we talking? Jordan was like, oh, it's not important. Like, our lifestyles, like, you fell in love with me. Like, we can still make it work. And Anton, oh, I don't get it. Like, why did she say no? Like, these guys are confused. And it's the most obvious thing to me. Isn't it the most obvious thing to you too? Like, truly, as you're watching, how these differences are not just some minor differences. These are massive differences, like truly to the core of like how your life is going to look like. It's like, oh, I'm a nice person, but is that enough? Of course not. Like, what is your vision for your future together? And if Anton's vision for his life is, I'm going to be drinking every single day, I'm going to be eating whatever bullshit I'm going to eat. I'm going to give you a hard time when you're spending money on X, Y, and Z. He's a truck driver and teaching people to be truck drivers. And like the friends of Ali, which is nothing wrong with it. I'm laughing just because I'm thinking about what Ali's friends said. Because they're like, oh, Ali was like, he's thinking about opening a restaurant and doing whatever else. And the friend was like, yeah, but what if his potential is only just to be a truck driver for the rest of his life? And like, they are not wrong. Like, truly, he may be saying all these things, but what is he really doing to get to all these things? Maybe he's been talking about opening a restaurant for years, but he never has done it. At the end of the day, see what someone's actually doing, and like, do you love that person for exactly where they're at? What if they never get to what they're talking about, right? And I feel like she was like, my, not really feeling the truck driver for life thing. And there's nothing wrong with that, you guys. Like, I don't give a shit. I feel like sometimes, like, we're all, us women, like, oh my God, I feel bad. Like, I don't want to be judgy. And why the fuck not? I'm sorry, like Anton. The reason why I was saying bye bye to Anton was not the truck driver thing. The reason why I'm saying no to Anton is the strip clubs and the drinking. Like, that's it. That was the bye bye moment to me. That was like, are you? I just, as I was watching, I told my husband, I'm like, babe, this is girl. She is out of his league, like way out of his league. And I feel the same way about KB. KB is way out of Edmund's league. Like, they're just not aligned. And I like, did you see it? Like, did you feel that way too? And it's not even about like the looks that I'm talking about. Even though I feel like the looks, like, are you kidding me? Like, these women are absolutely drop dead gorgeous, but it's not about that. It's about their internal, like, how evolved, emotionally intelligent, emotionally mature these women are, what they want, they see it clearly, and they deserve it. And I'm for abundance. Like, I'm not for, oh my God, it's so hard out there. Like, say yes to that guy because he's going to love you. Of course he's going to fucking love you, Ali. You're amazing. Everyone's in line to love you. KB, everyone's in line to love you. You get to choose. Good for you. Now, would I have done it at the altar? Like, dude, like, that's brutal. Like, I was like, come on. I feel like that Ali must have known she was going to say no. And so someone said, one of the friends of Anton was like, oh my God, cold hearted bitch. And I was like, okay, that's a little bit extreme, but it did feel a little bit cold hearted. But she said afterwards, like, she's like, I was hoping to feel a certain type of way and it wasn't there. And I don't think Ali is a malicious person. I don't. It did cross my mind, and I don't know if whatever, but did it cross my mind, like, oh my God, did Ali just want more airtime, be on TV longer, be in that dress because she's so gorgeous? That would be nasty. Like, if that's the reason why she went through with as long as she did, like, it crossed my mind. And I don't know if I'm just judging or whatever, but that thought entered my mind. Let me know if it entered your mind too. Like, I was like, oof, that would be nasty. Like, that would be cold. Now, is it true? I don't know. Like, we have to talk to Ali and ask her. And would she be honest? That'd be great if she could be, and be like, own up to it, or be like, no, fuck no, that was not it at all, At the end of the day, though, I feel like Ali, I'm so happy that she said no to Anton. Like, Anton, no way. She's out of his league. She deserves better. Good for her. And I want you to be inspired by this. Like, as you're watching this, fuck yeah, like, 3 people all women saying no to the men. I love it. I do, not because I want all men to be rejected. It's not like the reason why I love it is that these women love themselves. They have standards, and they're not willing to settle. I love it. Fuck yes. Now, I honestly do believe that them moving forward, I want them to create a space to receive and attract the right partner. And there's a reason why they attracted and they said yes initially to dating and to get married to these guys that were not aligned to everything they want. So I truly see it all the time with my clients, and things that we have worked on and have healed is like those past wounds that we haven't fully healed. That feeling of maybe we're not enough, that we get excited that someone has chosen us. Those kind of things will block you from really attracting and receiving that high quality person that you really want and deserve. As long as you just like are not aware, like if you just are going through the motions and you're like, next thing you know, I'm in another relationship and I'm saying yes to this person. Like if you don't pause and reflect and say, okay, what the fuck? Why do I keep attracting these kind of losers or these guys that are blah, blah, whatever? You have to reflect and say, what is it about you that you are settling, or you're attracting this, or you haven't healed yet, or you don't feel like you're enough? You have to heal that. Because like it's interesting, their actions are like, nope, I want more, I da 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 da. But I don't believe that they're fully aligned to that future them that knows their worth, has that faith that it exists, and has that amazing healthy relationship with a partner that only adds value to their life. I don't believe that these women are fully aligned to that version of themselves. So it is something to do with their past that they haven't healed completely. They haven't healed that. Something about that they're subconsciously holding on to that is blocking them, right? Or they don't believe it exists. Maybe they have a scarcity mindset and they're like, oh my God, it's so hard out there with dating. And they're over the dating apps and they sign up for this fucking show, Love is Blind. And they're like, oh my God, I'll just say yes. But there's serious, like those two reasons will keep on blocking them. So if they move forward, right, they're like, oh my gosh, it didn't work out with what's his face, Edmund, it didn't work out with Anton, let me just keep going, and Jordan. But if they don't do anything about it, if they don't get therapy, if they don't like say, oh my God, Jackie, Lord, do you want to help me and be my coach? Let's go, call me out on my shit. Because if they don't, they're going to be stuck on the hamster wheel of bullshit, moving along forward and forward with the next guy that's the same issues, different face, different body. I see it all the time with so many of my clients. Like, truly, it's what happens. Actually, on that note, if you're like, oh my gosh, feeling like this is resonating, these are the things, and your wheels are turning, I'm having a free workshop next week. Comment or write a word. I'll put the link below on YouTube if you're there. Also, you can reach out to me on Instagram, the Jackie Lore. You can also find it on my website, jackielore.com. And it's an amazing workshop. It is free, but it's powerful. 90 minutes happening next week. I'm so excited. It's going to give you a glimpse into how I work with the people I work with, why it works, why 36 women and one man have found their person. We've had 4 weddings, 6 engagements, 3 babies were born this year. Oh my gosh, what? We have another one pregnant. Like, all the love, all the things are happening, and it continues to happen. But guess what? It doesn't just happen. It's a decision. You say, oh my gosh, I want to get off the hamster wheel of bullshit, and I want to get clarity. I want to figure out what's going on. How can I change my love life? Let me know if that's something you want to do. We'll connect. I'll give you the link. I'm excited to connect with you. And I'll let you know how the reunion goes next week. Super excited about it. And until then, remember, it has to be crazy love or nothing. Until next time, thank you.